Marwa says, you're trying to sell this game so hard. Is Ubisoft paying you? Why can't we enjoy things? I think it looks cool, man. I don't care if you play this game. I don't care if you buy this game and you stick it up your butthole and then out the box, and the box, while it's in your colon, has shattered and slices up your on the way out. I don't care. A week ago or 10 days ago, they dropped a pretty beefy stealth explanation for the Ninja. And now today they put out a combat overview. And I everything I see of this game looks better and better and better and better. I'm very much looking forward to this game. I'm super interested in the time period. I think visually it looks good. I love the difference of character and play. I'm all totally in with this thing. So they dropped a pretty beefy description of some of the combat, and it's not any of it is like I've never seen combat like this. It's nothing like that, but it's relatively, for an Assassin's Creed game, I think it's kind of deep, kind of interesting. You know, you got the two characters, you got the Ninja, and you've got the what is Yasuke, a samurai or he's a samurai. They got light attacks, heavy attacks, charge attacks. That's the posture attacks. Obviously, you know, they go into some detail and say the charge you can hold forever, so you can charge and change targets and apply the charge to whatever target, even if that's not who you started charging with, whatever. Here's an example of that. And what I do like is that they are very subtle about a lot of the visuals. And I know some AC games are like that, and other ones are a bit more over the top, like the monsters and stuff in Odyssey. But I like how it's asking, you know, it's trying to keep it a little bit more grounded, right? I get, yeah, you're in the chat saying feudal Japan's overplayed. I mean, it depends what you've played. I haven't played Rise of the Ronin. So for me, I've only really played, I played what was the PS1 or 2 wonderful series of games, super non-linear, has samurai in the title. They made like 3 of them. And then I played Tsushima, but that's pretty much it. I haven't played Sekiro, right? So I don't, what was that? Age of the Samurai or Sword of the Samurai? You guys know. And then, I played Tenchu, of course. So anyway, though, this is them just showing off the charge, basically. So here's it's real small, real short. Work together. So now he's going to charge. You can see the red blade. It's very subtle. And then, so there's a charge, whatever. Okay, so we've seen that before. Way of the Samurai, that's what it's called. Yes, thank you, buddy. Thank you, Mutant Mo. Under certain conditions, such as the perfect dodge, an enemy can be put in a vulnerable state. So if you dodge an attack, a short window in which they can be dealt devastating damage, you can see that in a second. It looks pretty cool. There's dodge, there's parry and deflect. Here's their parry. The characters play different. Their weapons are different. So Yasuka's parry mechanic happens on a straight line, it says. When a parry is successful, the enemy bounces back, opening themselves to counterattacks. But Neo, I think that's how you say it, the ninja, her deflection requires similar timing, but she pivots to the side. And so in that, it's really good that you can expose their sides and attack them from there, but it's bad to do in a crowd situation. So there's none of this stands out as like, oh my God, that's amazing. But there's clearly some thought happening here that's not just like a hack and slash, right? So here's the 2 different parries based on the 2 different characters. Right, so he just straights it, and here she is. She parries, and now she automatically goes to his side. Real simple, nothing big, but it's enough to make you have to think differently when you shift the characters that you're playing, which I think is cool. So that's in there. Okay. Yeah, the Ninja Lady looks great, and I love her chain weapon. You can block, obviously. You can parry. Skills and abilities. They haven't really gotten into a lot of these yet. They said that's probably going to be the next write-up they do, but obviously you can unlock skill trees, blah, blah, blah. Skills, abilities. You get rewards to unlock abilities of certain weapons. So this is some examples of that. So in this one, I think what's happening is if he can parry, it unlocks this thing called Naginata Crescent Strike. So you can't use it until you've done a parry, basically. So he parries that, and now he has access to it. Right? So, I mean, it's not the most amazing thing in the world, but all of these things come together, I think. At least for me, I'm not used to Assassin's Creed games having as much thought put into the moment-to-moment combat. 2 protagonists, so Samurai and Shinobi, respectively, they each have their own weapon types and abilities that make them feel different. As the number of enemies increase, the ninja will be at a significant disadvantage due to her lack of armor and limited combat resources. While both characters can carry 2 weapons and switch between them, Yasuke the samurai is the only protagonist with the ability to switch mid-combo via the link attack ability that allows him to rapidly string together attacks and weapon abilities. He has a few unique samurai tricks. One of them is the sheath posture attack, which I'll show you right now, where he will charge up an opening attack while his katana is in its sheath. On top of looking iconic, most enemies won't see that coming if you time it directly, and that's what this looks like. So now he's going to start to charge it, and it's like a one-hit kill on this guy. How many... I just think this looks really fun, man. I think it's really, really cool. Weapons. Both protagonists have a unique selection of weapons available, which offer their own set of abilities. Among other strengths, the ninja's weapons unlock unique stealth abilities, while Yasuke's open a variety of strategies to be deployed in combat. So we have the katana, which, you know, you've seen, you know. What you do when you unlock the special ability of the katana, though, this is the weapon that will let you kill people through the, what do they call them? Is it the shinobi doors or the... Yeah, the shoji doors. So, you know, where you see somebody's shadow on the other side of the paper door. If you've unlocked the ability for the katana, that's where you can kill them through the door, which I think sounds fucking awesome. Sounds fucking awesome. The kusarigama. This is cool. This is the Kill Bill weapon. Extendable ball and chain can reach enemies at a distance, push back a number of enemies at once, and then if you use the scythe part, you can pretty much cut someone's throat. If you use it, you unlock the ability to rush assassinate enemies up to 10 meters away. And that's what this looks like. All right, so now she's going to rush in. I mean, just slit his fucking throat, right? So again, yeah, somebody says, Coolia says Ninja Gaiden moment. I don't think... I could be wrong, but I don't think this game is proposing, it's not Souls, it's not Ninja Gaiden, it's not even Wukong. I think it's meant to be more accessible, but it clearly is not just dumb hack and slash, which I think is absolutely wonderful for this game. I don't know, man. I understand some people are in the kind of anti-woke brigade, whatever, but my goodness, I think this looks cool. Hidden Blade combat marks its return when combined with the Tanto Dagger. You can unlock double assassination, but it's also just like you can just cut people up really fast. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, I know you're saying...
Never underestimate an Egon.
I know you said you're surprised it's so bloody. I kind of wish it was bloodier, actually. Marwa says, you're trying to sell this game so hard. Is Ubisoft paying you? Why can't we enjoy things? I think it looks cool, man. I don't care if you play this game. I don't care if you buy this game and you stick it up your butthole and then shit out the box, and the box, while it's in your colon, has shattered and slices up your rectum on the way out. I don't care. I think it's cool, man. I grew up like when the ninja was in the heyday for American culture, right? We had the TV show called The Master, and you could go down to the mall and buy throwing stars. And, you know, this was sort of, it's a cool fucking fantasy. Why does somebody have to be a shill? Are you so cynical, pal? Why does somebody have to be a shill to enjoy something? The only way that's like saying, you're probably marrying that girl because she's paying you to. There's no way you could actually, you know, be into her. I don't get it. I don't get it. Yasuke the ninja. No, sorry, the samurai. He's got the long katana. This is pretty rote, but let's take a look at it. Right? See, I think that blood doesn't actually look very good. Ravno says, Jaffe, you have to hate it because of Black Samurai or you're a shill. Yeah, well, sorry. Look at this, though. The blood does not look good. Like, I hope they're still going to work on that because this should look more real. This looks cartoony. The world looks great, but look at this. Like right here, it's like, it's too primary. But, you know, that's just me. You may love it, but I think it looks a little cartoony. But I do like the subtleties of the, like, watch his weapon here and watch his weapon. Again, I'm not a big AC guy. I've played like 4 of them, so I don't know how subtle they usually are. But I can just tell you, coming to this after haven't really played one seriously since Black Flag, I like how subtle these visuals are on the effects. Like when you've got see how his sword right there, it charged up, but you could barely tell. And then you've got this kind of whoomp, this kind of energy thing when he blocks. It's not like a big, you know, dramatic thing. I think that's cool. I feel betrayed, Dave. I used to be a UB fangirl. They kept disappointing me. Well, yeah, I mean, what I will say to you, I can't speak to what they've done that has let you down. I'm just basing it off what I'm looking here. Now, if you're saying the reason you can't be interested in this is because you don't have faith in them, that's fair. But I don't have that frame of reference, so I'm just responding to this particular, you know, the content they've put out for this game, this and last week, which was the stealth stuff, which I thought looked really great as well. He also has a rifle, which is really apparently the hardest thing for him to use, but it's really great against armor. And then they go into a bunch of the enemies, and you know, unless they're going to show me something, I don't really give a shit. I like this. They got flurry attacks. The enemies, it says flurry attacks are marked by a distinctive blue glint on the enemy's weapon. They are short succession of attacks that won't stop even if you successfully block, parry, and dodge. The next blow in the series will come at you even if you do parry. Advanced players may attempt to parry deflect each successive blow to trigger the enemy's vulnerable state, but parrying only the last attack won't be enough. This is the flurry attack, which the ninja is going to block every one of them. Otherwise, she's going to try to parry every one, I think. Right, and that leaves them open. Advanced players may want to fine-tune their dodge because a perfect dodge against an unstoppable attack will trigger the enemy's vulnerable state. This is the unstoppable attack, and she parries it, or she perfect dodges it, which then lets her do this, which is cool. Right, so there's your perfect dodge, and then you can basically go in and just one hit. Come on, man. Come on, man. How cool is that? How cool is that? I love that. Come on. Come on. I love it. Marwa, I would say that is what you're seeing here pretty rote in your mind for Ubisoft? Or do you look at this and go, okay, well, if it's as good as it looks, or are you saying, no, they've done this for years and it's not very good? I'm very curious if you're saying you are a fangirl. I do want a game where you're sharp enough you can dodge everything. Yeah, Blue Gamer says it looks great. I agree. Brad doesn't like it. He says, I don't like the gameplay. See red blade, do X. See circle, press Y. I mean, that's every game, though, isn't it? I mean, they got to give you some kind of telegraphing. If they don't pop it, if they just show it to you in animation, most people aren't going to see it unless they slow the game way down. Anyway, so that's their thing. They've already done the article on stealth, and I guess we'll be getting another one next week. So I really like what they're doing here, especially given that we don't have manuals anymore. It's pretty cool to actually see, some real, I wouldn't say these are deep dives like they call them, but it's nice to see the team actually kind of getting into it and explaining some stuff.